Hi there, it's Wade McMaster here. Got another quick video for you today. In this video, I just want to talk briefly about what they call follow back. And you're probably wondering if you should be using it to basically grow your online presence on social media. Now, there's a lot of people out there who talk very poorly and say a lot of bad things about follow back, and a lot of people out there may say good things about it. And basically, there's a bit of it does have its place, and I did want to talk about that in this video. So basically the idea with follow back is that, say you start up an Instagram account, you go online, you upload a couple of videos, you go find 20 or 30 people that day, you follow them, and then over the period of time you might get 10 people who follow you back. So then the next day you follow another 30 people, you follow another 30 people, and then maybe after a week you stop, live for a few days, you've got 50 followers, you're following a number of people, and then so you've basically gained a certain amount of people who have followed you back because you followed them. Now, it's a good way to get started if you have no network to draw upon. Now, the reason I say this is because basically there's a few problems with the whole idea. One of the big problems is that people get very spammy with it, and they tend to just follow anyone. Even if they're relevant, they're still not very caring about who they're following, just to try and get those numbers up nice and quick. And that tends to promote a lot of poor engagement, it's poor quality content, and in some cases even the network might just simply suspend your account because you're being spammy. It's just not a natural way to grow an audience who are actually interested in what you have to say, because all you're doing is connecting people by follow back. But in saying that, there's a way you can do it better, and it's something you want to do if you're trying to start out. It could work for you. I know that in the past I've started profiles where I haven't needed to, because I've had an existing network I can draw upon, where I've been able to go, okay, I'm just going to push this out to my network, I'll get a handful of followers, and once I've got that handful, the interaction and the growth will come from there. But if you're starting something and it's not something you want to draw upon an existing network, for whatever reason you don't want to tell your friends, your family and everyone about it because it's a project that's a bit more specific in nature, maybe something they're not interested in, then follow back might be a way just to simply build awareness. Because you're only really looking to build awareness for this. You're not really looking to just follow mass amounts of people and get your numbers up. You want to make sure you follow people who are engaging. They're going to actually, for one, interested in your content. They want to actually like, comment, share, whatever it is. You want them to engage with what it is you're doing. So first of all, let's talk about the spam side of things. This also is another topic we're covering. We're covering why people are spammy about it, but also the fact that people will often suspend people because they're spammy about it. So you want to try and make sure you keep it a little bit less aggressive. You don't want to go and follow 100 people every day. You want to follow maybe more like 20 or 30 people a day. And you want to make sure you're not just simply following anyone. You want to go, okay, I want to find people who are active. I want to find people who are interested. So the first thing you need to make sure you do is make sure that your account is set up so that when people land on it, it is interesting, it is enticing. If you have, say on Instagram, a lot of good images, if you're on Twitter, you're sharing quality tweets and you're sharing relevant information, even being a little unique, obviously, so people can sort of catch and go, oh, there's a different angle on what I'm looking on here and I like it. You want to be able to give them something unique, something that's quality, so when they get on that profile, they're willing to go, oh, I might follow this person because they have good quality content. So you want to have that first, and then you want to go and find people who are active on the platform. Now, a lot of people do this thing where they go searching for a page similar to theirs and go and follow their followers, which is not really a great way to go about it, because anyone can follow someone. There are farms of people or computers out there following people just to rack their numbers up. It's not a smart strategy because you're going to get a lot of dead wood. So what you want to do is actually go on to and find not just people that are relevant to you, but get to some of their more recent posts. They're posting about things you want to talk about. Go in there, interact with people in the comments, follow them, talk to them, and actually try to build the network more naturally. Now, if you're following 30 people a day, I'm not necessarily saying you need to comment and talk to 30 people, but if you talk to a few people, follow those people, follow a few other people who have liked the post. I prefer commenters because commenting is pretty much the highest form of engagement when people are actually adding information to a post. So you can actually get more of an active follower by finding relevant posts under relevant profiles and following the commenters of those posts. And then, like I said, 20 or 30 people a day, you get a few followers back, you start to build that awareness. Now, at the same time, you still need to be offering your own content, building up a bit of a relationship with these people, because after they've followed you, you're still in that new stage where they're going, oh, who's this new person? As you pop up, you really want to make sure you're offering quality content and offering quality to get them interested. So that's the basic process, and that's how it would work. Follow active followers, be interesting, and build your awareness. But the problem again is that it's not a sustainable solution. Like I said, if you have an existing network, you're better off growing naturally. You're better off not worrying about follow on follow or follow back, I should say, too much. But if you're starting out, it's great. If you need to get your first 1,000 followers, it's great again. But if you're going to continue trying to do that past that point, then you're continually following, and then you're having to unfollow all the people who don't follow you back. You're going to have issues when you start to follow too many people. You're going to have problems with your account, and it's just the whole idea of building a strong social media network is that you can reach a lot of people without having to put in so much work into building that network. It's hard in the beginning, but once you get a good amount of people, you should be focusing on good content and things that are going to be shareable and things that people are going to actually interact with, because that's how it spreads. Interaction and things that people like are what their algorithms are designed to pick up and push out to the masses. So that's how you got to sort of look at this when you're looking at the whole follow back thing. It's a very non-aggressive way to reach more people and build awareness when you're starting, and if you don't have a network to leverage. It's kind of like sometimes it's like your last best option. It's not a bad option, but it's a good one to go through. And so I always say, don't rule it out. I've used it on a few accounts, especially on Instagram, built profiles up to 1,000, 1,600, and then I've just focused on content after that, and they've continued to grow, and I've started working things like hashtags and all those bits and pieces. But in order to get it running in the beginning, that follow back really accelerated and got me through the first 1,000 followers really quickly. Every post was getting hundreds of likes because what I was offering was interesting. It's just a handy technique for you to be able to use in order to get off the ground when you don't have a lot to work with. So I just wanted to sort of mention that today in the video, because I know a lot of people argue about this thing, but to be honest, it's all about situation. Will it work for you? What position are you in? How far along are you with your growth? Is it right at the beginning? And just basically trying to pick when a good time is to follow that strategy. Not that it's simply a yes or a no answer. So I hope you found that video interesting. Like I said, if you are slowly starting up a social media following, give it a go. If you don't have a network to work with, it's a pretty simple process. Otherwise, I hope you found the video useful. If you want to go over, I do go over in this in a bit more detail, probably a bit more of a guide that's easier to follow in a blog post. So I will put a link to that at the end of this video. Check that out, and you might be able to get a bit of an idea of how you can approach this. Otherwise, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up or consider subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you again next time. Thank you.